Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
How are we this morning?
Good, very well.
You've got a really action-packed day today, full of useful exercises going to help you go from where you are now to where you want to be. So, how many of you like to learn something new today? Thank you.
Yes.
How many of you like to learn how to make more money today?
Yes.
Thank you. How many of you can handle both?
Yes.
Thank you. Well, you're in the right place. So what I'd like to say to you this morning is, first and foremost, is thank you for giving up one of your most, in fact, your most precious commodity. Anyone know what that is?
Time.
Time. Thank you. There's a saying that goes like this: 80% of success is showing up. So thank you for showing up. Now, because there's so many of you here today, and I haven't got the opportunity to actually say hello to you this morning and congratulate you, can you all put your hands up in the air? Put the arm behind the person behind you. Tap them on the back and say, well done. Thank you. So what I'd like to do is, first of all, is run through today and some housekeeping. Is that okay?
Yes.
So in my best steward stance is exit routes to the back, to the left over there. We're going to be having comfort breaks roughly every sort of 90 minutes. So we're going to go through a portion of exercise where they're going to have sort of a break, and then we're going to recap on a regular basis. So in terms of your phones and computers, can I ask you, can you please turn them off or on silent right now? Otherwise, one, we're recording, secondly, it's going to disturb the people here. Secondly, when it comes to the comfort breaks and the timings that we're going to give you for the comfort breaks between 10 and 15 minutes, because we've got an action-packed day, is it okay that all of you show up on time? Yes? Now, for the people that do show up on time and those that don't, we're going to be starting anyway out of respect to those people that show up on time. Is that okay?
Yes.
And some of you are going to come early, so you're going to come on time or early?
Early.
Thank you. So what are the other bits we need to cover? So in terms of photographs, you can take pictures of different slides as we go along. There will be lots of time for you to chat during the breaks and to network. Hopefully today you're going to find maybe one or two joint venture partners that's going to help you, not just on rent to rent, but other parts of your property journey. So I really urge you to network during the event to actually make sure you tap into somebody that can actually help you with your journey. How many of you actually started your networking journey already? Great. You have? You sure?
Yes.
We'll see. Okay. So what I'd like to talk to you about today is how you get the most out of today's training. Any of you interested in learning how to get the most out of today's training?
Yes.
Okay, well there's been lots of research that shows how we take on information. So if you just listen to the things that we say, you're going to retain about 10% of the information. If you listen and you take notes, that increases between 20 and 30%. However, if you listen and if you take notes, and you participate, you what?
Participate.
Thank you, participate. You what?
Participate.
Okay, participate, you're actually going to retain between 70 and 80% of the information. So part of the participation today is we've added lots of exercises for you to actually engage and immerse, so you actually start doing. And if I was going to say to you, this is how you swim. So I'm going to give you a book, you're going to read all about learning how to swim. You put your foot in the water, you put water in your face, you put your hand in. Is that as easy in terms of learning as actually, what the hell was that? That was some water coming my way. Is it as easy actually getting into the water and actually doing and practicing the swimming? So we're going to give you practical exercises, you start learning the steps of how to do something. Is that okay?
Yes.
So before we start, today you have not only an unbelievable speaker, but an amazing trainer and a fantastic guy. Some of you have already been trained or listened to his webinar. He's an Australian, very quirky guy, and I want you to get the best out of him today. So what I'd really ask you to do is to keep your energy high. To keep it what?
High.
Thank you. And before we bring him on, I want you to give him a standing rounding applause ovation for him to come down and really present to you what he would like to do today. So everybody stand up and let's bring Ashley on.
Come on in, stragglers. So today we're going to cover a lot, as Emmanuel said, on rent to rent. And I know that a lot of you here have been on my course before. Can you put your hand up? Who has? Who's got deals? Hey, look at that. Good. Who's got many deals? Who's got more than 5? Cool, cool. Yeah, excellent, excellent. Someone up there with 6 who's only been on this for a month. A month? Well done. So today, I've been running this course now for about 1.5 years. I met Emmanuel on one of the courses that I was running. He brought his son. Anyone know Joel? Yeah, a few of you know Joel as well. So Emmanuel sat there, made a few comments here and there to me, and I didn't realise what he was trying to do. He was trying to help me. Is that nice?
Yes.
Sure?
Yep.
Good. So Emmanuel said, at the end of it, he gave me a written feedback, which we'll ask you to do as well today. And he gave me some feedback on what I'd done and what I taught. And he said, the content's great, but your delivery is a bit crap. Nicely. Can I help you? Sure, no problem. You can help me. So we've been working together ever since, and it's in the last sort of 6 months that we've tried to perfect what we do. And that is not how we deliver it, but how you learn. Would you like to be able to learn more from a day or less?
More.
Yes, good. We've got the right group here. So what we've done is, last month, who came last month to the course? Yeah, okay. So you guys saw the first sort of, if you like, change in the course. Was it good?
Yes.
Excellent. And we've had people who've actually left the course now, we've found out, that are coming back on the Facebook page, because we have a private Facebook page for those who haven't done the course before. And they're coming on there and we call it bragging rights. But also I like it because it gets everyone competitive. Because I mentor a lot of you here, and I like you to think, they're getting deals and they start at the same time as me. Or, man, he's got 4 or 5 deals. He started at the same time as me. And then I'll get some of you who say to me, oh, this is so hard. This is so hard. Okay, what have you done that's hard? Well, actually, I haven't done anything. Okay, so it's not that hard. So all you need to do is, what we call it?
Goya.
What does Goya stand for?
Nice.
Nice. I look, there's some faces here, I think, what's Goya? So today is the day that we're kind of, I guess, there's no rehearsals. This is it. This is, what do they call it? Theatre? The night?
Opening night.
Opening night for the future. Because we're also going to be doing other courses. And I said to Emmanuel, I want to do some other courses as well. Because serviced accommodation is closely involved with rent to rent, right?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, it is. Because you're seeing the same agents, you're getting the same deals. Good?
Yeah.
So you can double your efforts, can't you, with one visit?
Yeah.
Yes? Who would like to know more about service accommodation? Woohoo! Right. Everyone. So I better be quicker then. We said September, it might have to be August. So Emmanuel said to me, you have to promise me that when you start your serviced accommodation course, it's not a practice run. The first run is opening night. There are no rehearsals. Fair?
Fair.
Lot of pressure on me?
Yeah.
I feel a little bit today, but I'm okay. Does anyone believe I'm under pressure?
No.
Right. So back to the agenda. We will be doing lots of exercises today. Some of the people here came on a course maybe 1 year ago or more. And the only exercises we really did is me calling agents. And then we changed it a bit because people didn't like me calling agents. And then last week when I called agents, was it good?
Yeah.
And Emmanuel said to me, you were too good on the phone. You want someone to say, no, you can't do this. So what I tried to do, and I'll do it today, is I tried to change my physiology. Everyone know what your physiology is?
Yeah.
So I'll pick up the phone. This is what I'll try and do today. I'll slump my shoulders down. I'll put my head down. I'll put my hand on my head. I'll go, hello. Yes, I want some corporate lets, please. And we'll see if we can get a deal by doing that, shall we? Shall we? What do you think's a better way of doing it? Hi, how you going? Yes, I'm actually from House Show, wherever it might be. I'm looking for XYZ. Would that be better?
Yes.
Good. So there's no heads bowing today, is there?
No.
Not even to me or Emmanuel. And a mustard. So, we will be covering a day in the life of Rent to Rent. We'll be showing you how to make calls. I'll make some live calls, but it was asked that I don't do so many of the calls. So guess who has to make the calls? Oh. Who has to make the calls? Us or me? Me. Good. So is there any volunteers who would like to come to the front when we make those calls? 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent, we've got plenty. Who would not want to make those calls? Yeah, there's lots of you, but you're very shy. Claire, would you want to make a call? Yeah. Okay. Oh, bad. If you don't want to make the call, there's plenty of room out there if it doesn't rain today, in reception, wherever you want to go. But I please ask you to make those calls. Why do I want you to make those calls?
To get deals.
To get a deal and screw up if you have to. So you can come back and say, oh, the landlord said this. Okay, when you phoned the landlord, what did you do? Oh, I asked him if he had company lets. So your physiology you need to be in the right mindset, yes?
Yes.
So I'll hand over to Emmanuel now, cover a little bit on mindset, because you need to be fully focused on the button to learn today. Fair?
Yes.
Cool, thank you.
So, we're going to be covering stuff to do with your mindset. And before I do that, I'm going to need some help today because I'm not very good at writing, I'm not very good at spelling. And the next exercise that we're going to do was created with myself and one of my business partners. And I'm going to ask her if she can actually come up and help me with the actual writing. Can you give a round of applause for Caroline, please? What you'll find in business, what I found in business, is that I've been able to achieve far much more by actually having business partners. The word team is an anagram for together, everyone achieves more. And this exercise I'm going to show you is the formula. This is the what? Formula for success. It's going to show you how wealthy people, how rich people, how successful people really move in life. So what I'd like you to do is get a piece of paper. All got a piece of paper?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I want you to think of 3 people who are really successful. It doesn't necessarily mean in business. They're just really successful at what they do. It could be in business, so if it's somebody that you don't know, you could be someone like maybe Richard Branson, Alan Sugar, somebody that you really admire and respect. And I want you to start writing down all of the various qualities that they actually have. So, are they thoughtful? Are they respectful? Are they open-minded? And once we actually go through the list, we're going to start putting them up on the board, and Caroline's actually going to help on that. I want you to think of all the qualities those people have. Are they generous? Are they creative? Are they knowledgeable? I really want you to start writing this down. This is part of your learning. So if you're not writing something down, what's stopping you from writing something down about you learning? This is all about you learning and motivating and moving yourself forward today. So what are the qualities that you see in somebody that's successful? Are they happy? Are they creative? Do they think outside the box? Now, these are just some of the things I'm actually giving you. I want you to really start thinking about what are those qualities that successful people have. Are they knowledgeable? Do they have a good team around them? Do they invest in themselves? Do they increase their knowledge? What qualities? What are the real qualities that you see and admire in somebody that's successful? Are they a good leader? Do they follow example? Do they admit to their mistakes? Do they have the word can I in their vocabulary? Constantly and never-ending improvement. What are the real qualities that they actually have? What are the skills? What are the attributes that they actually have? I want to spend a few minutes on this, and then we're going to actually start putting this up on the board. Okay. What I'd like you to do now is call out the different things you have on the paper, and we're going to put them up on the board. And it might be a few of these sheets that we actually have up. So can you start And can you shout out one at a time? Caroline has the time to write it down. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so go far away.
Delegates.
Sorry?
Delegates.
Delegates. Great. Focused. Give her a chance to write. Determined.
Charismatic.
Charismatic. In fact, what I'm going to do, Chris, can you come up and help this side too? We have the two of you at the same time. I'll give you another one.
Initiative.
So, as you call one out, Caroline will write one, Chris will write out the other.
I'll go for high energy.
High energy.
Perseverance.
Perseverance. Sorry? Positive.
It adds value.
Add value.
Tenacious.
Tenacious.
Creative.
Resilient.
Slow down a bit, have you got two? Creative. Resilient.
Builds rapport.
Sorry?
Builds rapport.
Builds rapport.
A great team around them.
Team. Great team.
Self-belief.
Self-belief.
Great students.
Great student. Like that one.
Visionary.
Sorry, what's that?
Great student. Visionary.
Open-minded.
Open-minded. Let's start filling some other ones in between them, smaller bits. Open-minded. What else?
They look after their health.
Look after their health. Health conscious.
Sincere.
Sincere.
Knowledgeable.
Knowledgeable.
Integrity.
Integrity.
Consistent.
Consistent.
Great salespeople.
Oh, I'm missing some now, sorry. Have you got consistent?
Great at sales.
You do consistent. I'm a great salesman.
What else?
Patient.
Patient.
Relentless.
Relentless or very persistent?
Always learning.
Always learning. Always learning.
Good listener.
Investing in their education.
Good listener and communicator.
Good listener and good communicator.
Great leader.
Great.
Leader.
Great leader. What else?
Think outside the box.
Entrepreneurial, thinking outside the box. Thank you.
Set goals.
Set goals.
Forthright.
Forthright.
They make mistakes.
Make mistakes and admit to the mistakes, right? Acknowledge their mistakes. What else?
Humble.
Happy. Positive, right? What else?
Awareness.
Have awareness. What else?
Act in the face of fear.
Act in the take action. Take action.
Yeah.
What else?
Smart.
Smart. Smart. Okay.
Focused.
Sorry.
Focused.
Focused.
Sharp.
Sharp.
Realizing strengths and weaknesses.
Realizes their strengths and weaknesses. Thank you. What else?
Nonconformist.
Non-conformist.
Takes ownership.
Takes ownership. Thank you. What else?
Disciplined.
Disciplined.
Risk taker.
Calculated risk taker. Thank you. Yes. What else?
They don't blame others.
Don't blame others. They take responsibility.
Diligent.
Sorry?
Diligent.
Diligent?
Diligent.
Diligent, sorry. Yes, diligent. What else?
Genuine.
Genuine. Thank you. What else?
Professional.
Professional. Okay, we have enough to go going with now. So, what I'd like to do as we go through this list, I want you to have 2 words in mind. How many words? 2. One is a skill. One is what? Skill. And one is an attribute. The other one is what? Okay, so it's skill or attribute. You got that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go one list at a time. So, they delegate. Is that a skill or is that an attribute? Skill, right. Health conscious, skill or attribute? Attribute, thank you. Focused, skill or attribute? Attribute. Conscious, skill or attribute? Attribute.
Sorry, where?
Okay, set goals, skill or attribute? Skill. Determined, skill or attribute? Thank you. Knowledgeable, skill or attribute? Skill. You got, sorry. Sorry, knowledgeable is actually a skill because you're learning something, right? What's the next one? Charismatic, skill or attribute? Attribute. Always learning, skill or attribute? Skill? Is, or could that be an attribute? Somebody has that as a natural way to be. Is that part of their attributes, wanting to learn? Okay, could be both. Put A and S. High energy, skill or attribute? Attribute. Leadership, skill or attribute? Skill. Okay. Positive, skill or attribute? Thank you. Self-belief, skill or attribute? Attribute. Consistent, skill or attribute? Could be both. Adding value, skill or attribute? Could be both. Makes and admits errors or failures, skill or attribute? Attribute. Tenacious, skill or attribute? Creative or visionary, skill or attribute? Attribute. Okay, can we come on this list and we'll come back to the other one? Entrepreneurial, skill or attribute? Attribute. Can you see where we're going here? What's that one?
It's supposed to be initiative.
Initiative, skill or attribute? Could be both, put AS. Forthright, skill or attribute? Could be both. Perseverance, skill or attribute? Come on, get some energy, guys. Come on, skill or attribute? Okay, thank you. I think we had tenacious already. Happy, positive, skill or attribute? Attribute. Great team leader, skill or attribute? Could be skill, could be an attribute, mainly skill. Great student, skill or attribute? Attribute. Take action, skill or attribute? Attribute. Open-minded, skill or attribute? Professional, skill or attribute? Could be, yeah, skill. Sincere, skill or attribute? Thank you. Smart, skill or attribute? Could be a bit of both, right? Integrity, skill or attribute? Attribute. Great salesman, skill or attribute? Skill. Thank you. Non-conformist, skill or attribute? Attribute. Patience, skill or attribute? Okay, I think we have enough now, right? So, thank you. Give them both a round of applause. So, to be successful, you need this much skill and all of these attributes. That is the formula for success. People put so much emphasis on the knowledge, on the skill. It's a small amount that makes somebody successful. It's how their mind is set. Their mindset, that's why it's called mindset. It's called what? Mindset. Mindset, thank you. The skills that people have, the skills that I have, the skills that Ashley has, the skills that you have, are actually very small compared to the things that drive us and motivate us and move us forward. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Success leaves clues. There's a formula to success. Every successful person, without me telling you, you came up with all of these attributes that you know successful people have. So let me ask you a question. If you instilled these attributes into yourself, are you more likely to be successful or less likely?
More likely.
More likely. So you now have a formula, a roadmap to allow you to become successful. It's not about your knowledge and your